Buongiorno a tutti! My name is Miriam Cacciacarro, and I will be cooking with you through the Roseto Valfortore Cultural Center Cookbook. Today we will be baking peach cookies from the kitchen of Lucy Iacobucci. For this recipe, you will need sugar, baking soda, cocoa powder, milk, plum jam, lemon, flour, vegetable oil, eggs, and red and yellow food coloring. For the first step, you want to mix together your eggs, sugar, milk, and oil. Once your original ingredients are combined, now you're going to add the rest of your dry ingredients, including your flour, half a lemon, the juice of half a lemon, baking soda, and your vanilla. And you're going to combine that, and now we're going to set that aside and move on to the next step. While you're combining your ingredients, you want to make sure that you preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Now, since we have our dough all combined here, what we're going to do is take a small portion out and we're going to roll it into small pieces. Put that on a nice cookie sheet and cook everything for between 10 to 15 minutes. Once your cookies have taken on a golden color, you're going to take them out of the oven and put them on a wire rack and let them cool while we move on to the next step of our recipe. While your cookies are cooling, we're going to be doing two additional steps. One making the filling and the other making the different colorings that you're going to be dipping your cookies in to make them look like peaches. So the first bowl, we're going to be putting red food coloring, and the next one we're going to be putting yellow, and then in the third bowl here we have some white sugar, in which we'll be dipping your cookie once you dip it in the red, the yellow, and then into the sugar. Because we don't want very vibrant colors, we want more muted, softer colors so it actually looks like a peach. You want to make sure when you put your food coloring in your bowls that you put a bit of water to dilute it. You can also use rum, but because I'm making these alcohol-free cookies, because there's children in our house, I'm going to be using water. Once we've assembled our food coloring and sugar, you're going to take your cookies, your cool cookies, and you're going to cut in the middle. For large cookies, about the size of a quarter. For smaller ones, about the size of a dime. You're going to cut a little hole in here, not too deep, and you're going to take those crumbs and everything and you're going to put them aside, because immediately following this, you're going to mix together your jam, your cocoa, and your crumbs together with a bit of water, and you're going to start assembling your cookies. But make sure when you cut it, as I said, don't do it too deep, because this is where you're going to put your filling, but if you cut it too deep, you might pop through the top and you don't want that. Once we have our food colorings ready, we have our jam mixture as well. We're going to take 2 cookies and you're going to put a bit of the plum jam between that, and then you're going to put them together. And then at that point, what we're going to do is first you're going to dip both sides 3/4 of the way in the red, then the remaining quarter in the yellow, and then you're going to dip the yellow part that you just dipped a bit more in the red, so it looks more natural. And then once you've done that and you've dabbed them a bit so they're not too wet, you're going to dip both sides in the white sugar and you're going to put them to the side. Now it's time for the taste test. Honestly, these little guys look so realistic, I can't even believe it. Let's see how they taste. Not too sweet. I love the jam in the middle. Wow. I honestly have no words. The jam gives a bit of sweetness. You have the crunchy of the sugar on the outside. Don't taste like peaches, but they definitely look like them. Even the inside, as you can see here, the jam just really encompasses everything. We used plum jam, which adds to the addition of the peach flavor and makes you think of peaches. As well, we put a bit of the cookie crumbs inside to make it all hold together, which really brings everything together. And the coloring, even the food coloring, I can't believe how realistic this looks. These cookies are perfect for weddings, banquets, baptisms, any large size events. You can also make them smaller if you want them more bite-sized. I've seen my Zia do that in the past. Another little interesting tip is if you want to get together with a bunch of friends and bake something or cook something, this would be the perfect recipe. There's a lot of things to be done, and it's also a fun thing to make. For those of you who want to try this recipe, it's below in the description box. Also, go ahead and follow me at A Taste of Roseto Valfortore on Instagram, where you will find behind-the-scenes videos, photos, and footage of this entire culinary journey. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, let me know if you've tried this recipe, I would love to hear from you. Until next time, buon appetito! You know, are you taping?
Yeah.
No! Okay, I won't. Go back. People who are watching, it'll make them want to feel happy. Right? Happiness is contagious. Today, I can't talk, my tongue gets all like... Okay, do it again. I don't know. Okay guys, give me a second. What I'm going to be doing first is I'm going to be making my... What the heck? I don't know what to say. Also. Okay.